Good morning, fellow Forex traders. Hope everybody's had a good night or good day so far, wherever you may live at. It's Thursday, October the 19th. And we got some news at 25 minutes in the U.S. So weekly jobless claims, it's really won't do anything unless it's way off. And not anticipating that, so don't think that's going to do anything. I'm going to look at the currency starting out. The pound dollar, that purple line right there is a yearly pivot. See, we came down and went up off of it. We came down, going to close below it, and now we have a potential setup here for a long. And that's what I thought, that it would come back down. We still got to fill in this gap up here. Where's my arrow? There we go. Still got to fill in this gap up here, up in here. So I'm going to be looking for a buy opportunity somewhere down in here. This could go lower, down into here today. That could happen today. The Aussie dollar, it went up and filled in its gap up here and sold off, and it's come back down into the buy. That gives you a low risk buy opportunity. And let's see, that low is 62.86. This low is 62.95. That's 9 plus 2, $11 risk if you're able to get in that low. It's going to be a little bit higher now. If you get in now, this is where to get in. That's on the Aussie dollar. The Euro CAD is making a 1 hour sale, and it's gone into, let me go back, I think it's up at the sale opportunity or close to it. Let's see. No, it's not there yet. Here it is. It's got a ways to go up here. So it's got a ways to go, but we're looking for a sale opportunity, because with what's going on in Israel, the oil should be going up. Well, it is, but the gas isn't. So those are going to catch up with one another. They always do. Always do. When they get flip-flopped like that, one pulls to the other, and I would think that the gas is going to pull up to the oil. I look for an opportunity to sell on the Euro CAD. The CAD yen is in a buy right now. That's a good opportunity right there to get in. If it takes that out, then it's going actually lower. So we have to keep an eye on that. Here's your buy, poke down right there. Either one of those candles is pushing up, and you can move your stop now to break even if you're in. Aussie yen, it went up and filled in its flush or gap that they call it, and sold off, and it's come back down here to the buy. Looking for it to come down further. I don't think that's done. I think it's got to come down into here. So I think there's nothing to do on that right now. Aussie yen. Look around for something else. The pound Aussie, we had talked about that yesterday, that it had run away. We were expecting to fill in the gap. It did. It always does these. It always does it. It's just sometimes it just takes longer than others, and then it's rejected from there. So this ran away with us, so we're expecting it to come back down into here. Now that probably is not going to happen today. That's a big move from overnight. So we got to see, but we are expecting a potential buy opportunity right here, right now, in here. If it comes down into here. Yeah, right, about right in here. So that could come down a little bit more, looking for a buy opportunity on the pound Aussie. The pound CAD, guess where it went? There's the spike up to fill in the gap, and it went up a little bit more to fill in the wick, and it's dropped off. But it may not be done to the upside just yet, but it is tied to the CAD, so keep that in mind. The pound yen, it's come back down. Where did we say that it should fill in most of that wick? Guess where the spike was? Down right there to fill in the wick, and now it's turned around. If you go back, and you don't have to take my word for any of this, if you go back, if you print these things off like I do, every single day I print them off, you're going to see all of this stuff, and you'll see why I say that it always fills that wick in. So the pound yen looks like it's a buy with a, if it takes that out, that wick, that low right there, then it's going lower. It's going to take that one out. The euro New Zealand has continued higher with very little retrace. There's going to be a sale opportunity in here. Sale's coming. It's coming. I would think if this could push up another 30 pips, and would be the good sale opportunity. About 30, 25, 30 more pips. So it's going to take this out and go higher. Pound New Zealand has done the same thing. So we got to keep an eye out on those. It could do the same thing, push up a little bit higher, but it rejected the extreme resistance. See, like right here, rejected it, sold off. Just not a huge sell-off, but we could see the same thing, a rejection there. But I would think that it's going to go a little bit higher before it comes down. But there is a sale there. We have to keep an eye on that. If it does happen to pull back up in here, could take a low risk sale on the pound New Zealand. New Zealand yen, it's sold off down through here. It's trying to make a buy opportunity now. Let's see, we've got this to start with to fill in this gap up here, and then we have another one up here. Now that won't happen today. That move up there will not happen today, and that one up here definitely won't happen today. But you got to keep an eye on for a New Zealand buy, yen buy, euro yen. It's making a push up. So you had a sell from yesterday. It's still in a sell, but it looks like it came down below. Let's see. Yeah, this wick has got to get filled in at some point. Coming down to here. It could give us a sale. If it pokes back up in here, I'm looking for a sale with at the stop on the euro yen. Euro Aussie, guess where I said it was going to? Up, and it exploded to the upside. So we'll see, is there resistance on the 4 hour? The 4 hours made a sell, the 1 hour has made a sell, so those in agreement. So that looks like a good opportunity for that. On a Euro Aussie sell, on that spike right there, made it a low risk trade. That high is 67.36. That high is 31.5 plus 3 on the spread, $8 risk on the Euro Aussie. That's less than a Big Mac combo meal. I think anybody can afford that, to lose that. That'll keep you in business. It will keep you in business. So that's all the currencies. For those of you who are here for the first time, let me get my signature hat on. I do swing trading on Forex currencies, using 1 and 4 minute charts. I don't use 1, 3, and 5 minute. Did that back in the late 90s, early 2000, and blew 2 accounts trading penny stocks and options on stocks, options on futures and futures. Blew 2 accounts trading those. Started searching for other things to trade, saying, okay, if I do that, then that's not working. Time to move to something else. And I eventually come across currencies, and they kind of intrigued me because you looked like that you could trade swing trading, and I didn't want to be tied to the computer all day, so that helped. So the pound dollar is trying to make a buy. But it's not done its little pullback yet for a chance to go long. That's the thing. If we're going to sell off, we're going to sell off from up in here and come down. And we needed to come back into here to go long. Low risk trade. Not a low risk trade right now because that low is 121.01 and it's trading at 28. So that's 27 plus 3 on the pip. That's 30 pip. That's my max. And I don't even like it at that. So it may run away. Looking to come up to here. That will not happen today. But it's going to happen. Just don't know when. Just have to be prepared for it. For when the real buy starts, that's where it's going. Aussie dollars trying to push up more. That came back down in here into it for a buy after it filled in its gap up here, and it blew off last night. Actually started yesterday. And with the Asian session in Europe kind of went sideways. Got down here at the bottom, found a little bottom. Odd yen, I don't think it's doing anything. We have to keep an eye on the dollar yen. it's just in the 149.80s, but that could push up today. But the range on the dollar yen has been really tight, really tight. So let's see, what would the risk be on this? That low is 62.95, and we're at 17. That's 22. So this could be just a little retracement. I want to keep an eye on the dollar yen for sure. I don't trade the Euro USD. I don't trade the Euro Swiss. I don't trade the dollar Swiss. And I don't trade the what was the other one? The Aussie Swiss. Or the Aussie CAD. I don't trade any of those. Because the movement is just too small. So we got to keep an eye on these. Look at the Aussie yen. It's trying to push up, but it really needs to come back down here. But I may take a small trade on that just in case. Do a smaller position on the Aussie yen long, knowing where the stop is. And the Euro New Zealand, we need to keep an eye on this. I'm live streaming. I've been live streaming for over 2 weeks now. For those of you who just now found me, welcome. If you would hit the subscribe button, and once you do that, you'll have to click on the notify me button, and that will notify you by YouTube. Will send a message that I'm on live. And I'm on Monday through Thursday, 8 a.m. Eastern Time, US, on until 10:30, if that long. Sometimes depends how many's in the chat asking questions and stuff, comments. So the Aussie yen's got an opportunity. The CAD yen. So that was a little spike down right there. So we'll see how this does. Pound Aussie. Looking for a pullback down in here for a possible buy. But the better scenario would be down here. That probably won't happen today, because that's a good distance. Even though the pound Aussie's has got a big daily range. So you had an opportunity right here to buy the pound yen on the spike down that low. How is that? This is 181.02. It came down to basically 16. That's 14, 3 on the spread, 17, a $17 risk, and now you hadn't been able to take, yeah, you were able to take some off. That low was 16. Been up to 7. Yes, you took off half of the position, and now you're able to move your stop from this low to break even, and you took off half, so you don't have to look for another trade. You're in the trade. Euro New Zealand, okay, it's pushing up the way we want, but it should. 183.35, is that correct? Was that where we're trading? Euro New Zealand, yes. So we're looking for about another 20 to 25 pips up for the start of the sale. Pound New Zealand, like for it to push up to here and then hopefully get a sale. But if the Euro New Zealand's going higher, this could probably go higher. Bring this down some. Trying to make this bigger for y'all. Everybody hear me okay? Does it need to be turned up? Euro Aussie. There you had 1, 2, 3 opportunities so far to get in short with a low risk trade. And I think that said this was $8. Is that correct? 36. Yes, $8 risk. That's all that is. And we're looking for a pullback down into here somewhere. If this is the start of the sale, looking for a pullback down to here. And that can happen today. The pound dollar is pushing up. So I don't know. New Zealand yen, need to look at that too, right? Because that was making it buy. It did make a little pullback. So we'll slide over to see how these are. Okay, so there's no buy yet. Let's spread this out a little bit. Whoop, wrong way. Now you did have a little poke down there, so this could be a little buy opportunity on the New Zealand. Since there is low risk opportunity in here. Euro Aussie hanging up there. So there's news coming out here in less than 1 minute. Nope, there it is. So we need to see how it affects the dollar yen. Not really much of anything. Not really much of anything. It's trying to push up to 90, 149.90. But it looks like that the news that just came out here in the U.S., the weekly jobless claim really hasn't. It must not have been off. The New York session doesn't open for another 59 minutes, so I think that's the ones that's going to determine what's going to happen here. Pound New Zealand is in a sell, but it's not sold off yet. Euro New Zealand is approaching a sell. It's only got like about 20-25 more pips for a sell opportunity. Euro CAD, it's pushing up too. There's going to be a sell opportunity in it. That thing is still climbing. Still climbing. The dollar yen is not really doing anything. Still on the 149.80s. The range on that has been just terrible. No way you could trade that. It's just too small of a range. You're talking about 20 something a day. No way to trade that. Pound CAD. It's trying to make a push up. I think that wick's going to get took out, and that's where it could be going, is up to here. So that candle's got less than 27 minutes left. Less than 27 minutes left. So we're going to reject here, or are we going higher? Because if you're going to buy, this is your stop loss below that candle, expecting it to take out that wick and come up somewhere up in here today. So the risk to rewards is good. New Zealand yen, Euro yen is trying to move up there. So you had one opportunity, two opportunities to sell euro. That was the better one. And now you should be out of that trade after this poke down. It retraced back up, then pushed back down. You should have moved your stop on your second half. First half got profit target took. The rest of it you should have moved from, if you were in up here, move to right there, and that made good money too the second half. So you made good money on that trade by being patient, not forcing the trade, waiting on it to come to you. And now you'd have been stopped out, pushed up here. See, again, if you'd left it there, you'd not been stopped out yet, but you'd be nervous, because that is not, may not be done yet. Could reject right up in here and then sell off. Let's see, the dollar yen still doing nothing. If anybody's got any questions or comments, feel free in the chat. Need to keep the odd yen. So I don't know that that's going any higher. There you got. Gotta look at these. And a friend of mine sent me to look at the Aussie New Zealand, a short. I think it's going up to the 108.60s. Pound CAD. Let's see, we got the CAD yen. What's it doing? Nothing. Euro CAD, I don't think that's going much higher. 145.05. Pound dollar is trying to explode to the upside, but I'm not convinced that that is the buy just yet. But I could be wrong, have been before. So I'm going to take a look at these. There's not really a buy set up there for me. It's got to retrace, come back down into here. But the pound dollar has to fill in this gap up in here. That won't happen today, like I said. So I'm going to go through these one more time. For those that first time here, welcome. I do swing trading. I don't do day trading. I use 1 and 4 hour charts. So if you're wanting to get 20, 30 trades a day, this is not the room for you. You're welcome to go. There's plenty of other YouTube trading rooms, which I don't trust, the majority of them, because I'm not convinced that they actually trade, and they spend more time trying to get you to do the subscribe and likes. I want you to do it just to subscribe so you can get on when I'm on live stream. That's it. Because you have to click on the subscribe button, then you have to click on the notify me button, and then YouTube will send you a message notifying you whenever I'm on live. Makes it pretty easy. There may or may not be trades every day because of swing trading, because you have to wait for the setups. And when I say setup, this is what I'm talking about. Like for instance on the sale, this is the pound dollar, which was on October the 11th. Had a sell opportunity. You had a spike up into here to make it a low risk sale, which is what you want, because you were risking 2306, 2320, 2331. So that means this high is higher, 36. So you were risking $9 to get this. That's what I'm talking about. But you have to be patient and wait. See, when that showed up, you just don't get in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 hours later is your opportunity to get in, or 16 maybe if you want to get in the one before it, if it was still low risk. So you had to wait almost another whole day to get in. But this is the way I trade, low risk. If I lose $9, that means my next trade is going to be this, and it completely wipes out. You can lose 10 in a row, with a $15 risk on each one. That's $150, and then you got this. Definitely made up for the one trade and profit, which meant you had 1 win, 10 losers, but you were profitable. But if you just posted on your, like for instance, if I'd done this and I posted like some of them do on there, how many wins and losses they have for the day, the week, the month, or even the year. If you see mine has 1 win, 10 losses in the last 11 trades, you're going to say, he stinks, he's a loser, I'm moving on to the next one. But what it doesn't show you, or what they don't show you, is how many pips did you get. That's why those numbers, when they post those, are deceiving. You need to know how many pips did they get total for those trades. Then divide it up, and I guarantee you're going to find on average it was 8 to 10 pips is all it was for all those. Yes, they were winners, but they weren't nothing. Wouldn't you rather have this instead of 8 to 10 pips? But they could easily retrace, because all of it, when they get those, they have to move their stop to break even, or otherwise if it's too far down, then they actually had a winning trade but wound up being losing money. So that's why I do swing trading. I've been successful doing this since 2007, going on 17 years. No need to change. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Looking for these same setups. Have to wait for the signal. Even though there's a signal here, there's not a setup, so now I have to wait. And these are hour charts. So it's going to be a while. So I can't stay on here all day. But that's why I teach this, my strategy. You're welcome to come on for comments. You will not find these arrows anywhere. Those are ones I created. Now these blue ones and orange ones you can. All they are is trend following. And these trend follow on the 1 hour. When you switch it to 4 hour, then it changes, and there's not as many. You can find those anywhere. I've adjusted the settings just a little bit on those, but not much. These blue dots, the parabolic SARs, all that is, you can get that anywhere. These are yearly pivot. That purple line's a yearly pivot. You see what happened when we came down to it. We was way up here, came down to it, bounced off, retraced almost half that move, and we're going to retrace a big part of it because it's going to come up to here. Not today, but when this actually starts the real move, and that's where it's heading. But you're going to have to be patient and hang on to it. You don't want to get out until it gets up here, because if this comes down and gives a low risk buy, it could easily take that out, and it's going lower, because there is a 119.60 something, 119.70. So it's basically still 140, 150 away from where it's trading right now. So that could push down to that. So that's the next major support down there. And see, we closed below the yearly pivot, and now we're pushing up. But that don't mean that we're going up. We hope so, because we know this is the profit target. So we're going to get paid big money to wait in this trade up here. Now you're going to take off half the position as we're riding, where we guaranteed we've made money no matter what. The second half is going to be the big money maker. Takes all the stress off when that happens. All the stress off. So we got the Aussie dollar. It's trying to make a push up. It come back into the buy down here, made a low risk buy, and it's trying to push up now after we went up to fill in the gap up here on the spike up, just like we did on the pound CAD. There was the spike up to fill it in, and it's pushing back up now. It has the opportunity to go back up into here today for a sell. Euro Aussie has made a 1 hour sell. You could get in that. That's the stop. Euro Yen is pushing up for a possible sell, but it's going to have to stop up in here, give you a low risk entry, and if it takes it out, it's going higher. New Zealand Yen, same thing. It's making a buy. Euro New Zealand is poking up. It's looking for the 181.60s in that, and that should make it up there today. Pound yen came down, filled the wick like we talked about yesterday. There it is. It was in the buy. Come down, give us the opportunities. Now pushed up. You should have half of your position off, and now you're moving your stop from there to here, and maybe even put $1 or $2 on it, where it's going to make money no matter what. You don't have to hunt up for another trade in that. You're in it, and you've already took profit. So stay in it. No need to get out, because this thing could push up. Let's see, daily range at least to here, and potentially right there. So another 50-60 pips. There's no reason to get out. The only way you'll get out is when it takes the stop out at break even right there, and then they did not lost any money. Here's the pound CAD, the pound Aussie. It came down. See how we flushed down what they call the gap We came back up, filled it in, and rejected it. And could we have another push back up in here for a sell opportunity? That could happen today. The pound Aussie, if this continues pushing up, you can get in with a buy. That's your stop. If it takes that out, we're going down into here. You see, had a flush up here to run up, and really didn't have a chance to get in. It ran away, and you would look for a buy down into here. Aussie yen, there was its buy right there. You had a chance to get in, ride that all the way up, fill in its gap up in here on the flush down, and sold off when it got up there. Yesterday it started selling off. Your obsession went sideways, so we could have a retracement back up into here today before the next sell comes. The Aussie yen's range is up into there. If it takes this low out, then expect it to come down lower down here and could potentially take out that low, but that would give another low risk buy opportunity on the Aussie yen. The CAD yen is trying to push down. If it takes these out, then in here closes, it's going lower, which is kind of odd because the oil should be going up, and it is, but the gas is going down. But those two will get together, they always do. So one's got to catch up with the other, and I would think that the gas has got to catch up with the oil price. When that happens, the CAD is going to go up. It gets stronger. Euro CAD is making a sell opportunity up here, so you have to keep an eye on that. And the dollar yen, have to keep an eye on that too. It's still in the 149.80s. See, I only trade that now. I normally don't trade it because of the ranges. It's really tight now, the range. I'm talking really tight. 20 something pips a day. So we're looking at that. Trying to keep up with all these now. Got any questions or comments? Feel free. Feel free. Because we have got to see what's going on the dollar yen. Because I'm short the dollar yen quite a bit. Like I was a couple weeks ago when the Bank of Japan stepped in and drove it down over 300 pips in one candle. And I had profit targets sitting down there at almost 300 pips from where it got in. That sold at the 148.90s, 149.90s, and got a great payday. I mean a great payday. And I'm looking for that to happen again. Just don't know when. When it gets over 150s, that's when we got to be alerted. I'm expecting the Euro New Zealand to go to 181.60 before its sell, and the Euro CAD is gonna, this is well beyond its range. We're looking for a sell in it. Euro Aussie has made another push up. So we're looking for a sell on it, as it's extended its range as well. So we're going to look at the 4 hour and see where it might go to. Let's squeeze it in more. Oh, wrong way. So it's got potential to come up to here before it gets shorted. Right up in there. But we're at the daily range on today. So I'm going to look for a sell opportunity. Uh, 67. $35. So yep, gonna look for a sell opportunity up here. So I'm gonna squeeze it back. $67.38. So it's got a little bit more to go up here on the Euro Aussie. Now I do swing trading for those who are in here. I'm on live stream. You'll need to click the subscribe button to my channel, and then also click on the notify me, where you'll be notified when I'm on live stream. So the pound Aussie is pushing up. That's what we were expecting, but it's running away. I would think there's going to be a retracement in there beforehand. We just don't want that dollar yen, and it's just doing absolutely positively nothing. The dollar yen, just no range there. So we'd like to see a pullback back down into here for a low risk buy. The Aussie dollar pulled back into its buy after it filled in its gap up there. See, right up in there. And it's trying to make a buy right now, because that was a low risk buy down here, and you'd be up right now. Ugh. See, the Euro CAD is getting stronger, didn't it? But it's trying to pull down. CAD yen. It made a buy opportunity. You had a couple there. Now you got another one, chance to get in long, and it's got to go up here and fill in its gap. That won't happen today. But is this the start of the trend up? As you see, there's been no retracement, so you figure besides right here, and that's not much of one, figure that it's got to turn around and head up to here. at least up into here today. So that's from here to here. So I'm going to go through these one more time since there's nobody in the chat room asking questions or anything, and then I'm going to go off the air. 9 o'clock, I've been on for an hour. New York session opens in 30 minutes. Pound CAD is pushing up. It's made a 1 hour buy. Just no chance to get in. Need a retracement back down into here to get in long. If it takes that out, the downside is down to 119.60s. Speaking of that, Euro New Zealand, no, it's not up there yet. Pound CAD is trying to take out that wick, and this could push up into here today. The pound CAD. So it may not be done. That would be your stop if you're in it. That low right there is your stop. If it continues pushing up higher, up into here, move your stop up under that candle right there. And you should be in profit. Take a half off, move your stop up. You're past break even, and it's going to make money on it. So the Aussie dollar, there was a buy opportunity. If it takes that out, it's going lower. It's going to take this out too. It filled in its gap up here yesterday. Euro CAD is looking for a sell on it. It could still go up a little bit more before the sell comes. CAD yen looks like a potential buy, low risk buy, because you could got in there or there, low risk. Aussie yen, not the greatest place to come into for the buy. Needed to have come down here. So this could be just a retracement before the sale comes. See, yesterday the move started up. Remember the flush down, the gap, we're going to fill that in. Guess what happened? Filled it in, rejected, come back down. Pound Aussie, same thing, had to flush down, buy opportunity, except it ran away with us. Come in and filled it in, rejected it, and sold off. But we could see a push up today up into here. So that could be a buy opportunity right here with that, with the stop right there at that low. If it takes that out, it's coming down into here. So no need to stay in that trade. The better opportunity is a buy down here. That won't happen today. And we showed you the pound CAD, the pound yen came down into the buy. It said yesterday it's going to fill in that wick. It did. There was your buy opportunity. That was your stop initially when you got in. Now you've taken off half your profit, and you're looking pretty good on that trade. I'm looking for an odd New Zealand sell opportunity at the 108.60, up around that. When it gets there, I'm going to short it. And the Euro New Zealand, it's got about 20 to 25 more pips up, and then I'm going to short it when the setup happens, because it's well beyond its range. Pound New Zealand has already made a 1 hour sell and it's pushed back up. Those two usually follow each other. New Zealand yen had a buy opportunity right in here, and it's trying to push up. Let's see, we had to flush down, so there's got to be a push back up into here. That won't happen today. So you have to keep an eye on this if it's the right opportunity for the buy. The New York session opens in less than 25 minutes. So what the other ones I didn't do, the pound yen, there was its buy. You should have taken off half a profit now. Your stop would be moved from there to there, put a couple of dollars on it, and so that one's going to make money no matter what. Now you're just in it, you don't have to hunt for another trade. It's that simple. It's that simple. The Euro Aussie, and the Euro Yen is pushing up there to where it could be a sell opportunity if it doesn't reject right here, as it looks like there's going to be a pullback. If it does, it's going to be back down into here, so I have to keep an eye on that. Aussie Yen, that wasn't the best place. If you got in long in here, that's your stop, because if it takes that out, it's coming back down here and maybe even take out that low. CAD yen, is it going to push up? So I believe that's it. I'm going to call it a day. Since there's nobody in here in the chat room, my time's valuable just like everybody else's. So, any questions or comments? You're welcome. I'm teaching. I'm not trying to get subscribers and likes like everybody else in the YouTube, but that seems like that's what everybody wants. They want to be entertained. I thought that's what your TV and your phone was for. I figured you'd want to learn how to be able to trade successfully. But most people want to be able to get into chat, converse, which I'm not against that, but not all day long. I'm more about teaching people how to trade successfully. If you have a full-time job, this is the best trading opportunity for you, is swing trading. Your day trading, I'd stop yesterday and switch to swing trading. And you don't have to follow me, I'm just saying switch to swing trading. These trades is showing up, they don't have a trade every day. That's the thing, there's not one every day. Sometimes there's not even the second day. But there will be one on something, one of the currencies, and there are several opportunities that was in here. The pound dollar is pushing up. Need a retrace on it, but it's got the potential to go up here, but not today. So we're looking for an opportunity to get in here. Euro Aussie's made a sell, but it's got a little bit higher to go. Euro Yen is pushing up for a sale, and New Zealand Yen has made a little buy down here. We're going to go to the 4 hour and squeeze it in. And it come down to the wick, which it fills in the wick just like I said that it would. Of course, this was on October the 3rd. Today we're on the 19th. 16 days it took for it to come down. So you have to be patient. See, this is the sales I'm talking about. There's the sell signal. That was your opportunity right there on that spike up. That high is 89, 89 basically. And that's 89.78. So $11-14 risk to get that. Then it came back up, gave you another opportunity about at the same price, and you got rewarded again for waiting. So we've had this flush down, so we're expecting a push back up into here. That won't happen today, not on this, not on New Zealand yen. That won't happen. But this could be the start of the move. If it takes this low out right there, it's going lower. It's going to take this wick out and go lower. So just remember that. We'll put this back on 1 hour because that's the low that it shows. See, this is the same way. How are these getting so big? Make the screen bigger. Yeah, we're going to look at the pound yen. It came down to its wick and is making a buy. It's running away though, so there's going to be a retrace in here. We hope it's going to come back down into here and give us a buy up to here today, and eventually we're coming back up to here. So that's everything for today, guys. I have a I may be on tomorrow. I usually don't trade on Fridays. I just look, see if there's a potential setup, move, stop, stuff like that, and profit targets. Not on long, and then I go. So I hope everybody has a good night. Remember to subscribe to my channel, and then you're gonna have to click on it, notify me button, to get notified when I'm on live streaming, because that makes it pretty easy. So this video is being recorded. I'll have it posted probably around about 1, maybe noon. That's Eastern time, so it's in less than 3 hours. So you're welcome to go back. If you missed anything, go back and look at it, and all the videos I have, because I have, you know, well over 150. I think it's about 170 something now, and the majority of them are only anywhere from 8 minutes to 15 minutes max, but the live stream, of course, are longer. I've been doing that for just a little over 2 weeks, so the majority of the videos are short in the past. So you're welcome to go back and look at those at any time, and I appreciate you doing that. So we'll see you guys tomorrow.